Yo, 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 this your boy Boss Man. I'm checking back in. And today I'm gonna be talking about government assistance living in Spartanburg, South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, man, I'm just gonna touch it like I got a documentary that I got coming out about Spartanburg housing. You know what I'm saying? It's just basically I seen some stuff on YouTube about like places like New Orleans, Bronx, Baltimore, you know what I'm saying, Atlanta, Florida, they showing all their projects and stuff, showing like giving a little history on it or whatever. And when I seen that, I say, man, well hell, I can do that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be going around recording apartment complexes and stuff, because I'm about to put a documentary together, something similar to theirs. Because I felt like hell, the same shit they got going on, we got going on down here. We just smaller, you know what I'm saying? But it's going on, and I want to put it out there because we got a lot of histories behind these bricks. Like, I don't know, like, how old a lot of y'all are, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all might not know, but I'm going to make sure you know after you see this video. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. I'm just going to shoot a few projects at y'all, like some of the projects that made Spartanburg, especially the city limits. All these projects I'm finna name makes up Spartanburg City. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you about a few of them that's in the county limits. Why those apartments started accepting Section 8 vouchers too. So therefore, when y'all get the video of the apartments, y'all see what I'm talking about. But right now, I'm finna go ahead and give it to you now. The number one, the oldest project in Spartanburg, South Carolina, is Tobias Hartwell. You know what I'm saying? They was built in 1940. They built the apartments in 1940. It was part of like the other half came in 1952. Okay, the second oldest project in Spartanburg, South Carolina, is Hub City Courts. Hub City Courts was established in 1940, and they don't have an actual date. So I took it as if Hub City was number two because they said Tobias Hartwell was the oldest housing project. Okay, now Hub City, Hub City and Tobias Hartwell, they're both towed down now. You know what I'm saying? They towed both of them down. One of them got towed down in 97, 98. That was towed. And the other one, Hub City, it got towed down, I think, 2005 or something like that. 6 or something. I can't remember the actual date, but I have it for you when the documentary come out. Okay. Number 3, Campcroft Courts. Campcroft Courts are located on the south side. And Campcroft Courts was built in 1941, but they didn't open up to black people until 1951. It took 10 years for them to start letting black people come in and live there because they had the Campcroft. It was a war out there at Campcroft State Park, and they was like, that's the reason why they named them apartments Campcroft Courts. But at first, they wasn't letting no black people stay there. The first 10 years, blacks was not there. It was the people that was in that war or worked in the mills or something like that. But other than that, the black people was in Tobe and Hub City. Okay, next project was Norris Ridge. Norris Ridge was built in the early 1950s. I think it was probably like January, February 1950. Them apartments are located. I know people gonna get mad when I say this, but it's either you're gonna have to consider the west or the southwest because it's a tract by a store called D-Tracks in our city, and on this side of D-Tracks, on back up Urban Park, back up Carson, back up across Gerald's, back by Pepsi plant all the way back that way. That's the south side. From this side of the track, from D-Tracks, the store, on that side of the track is the west side. That's how you decipher what side is what side. But Norris Ridge, even though it's on the side of town, they do their own thing. It's in a community called Highland. And that was the first project that started out the community of Highland. So The next project that was built was either Oakview or Morningside. It was either Oakview or Morningside. But if I had to guess, I have actual facts when the documentary come out. If I had to guess, I have to say it was Morningside first, then Oakview. But Morningside is on the south side. Oakview is on the north side, but Oakview is now torn down. They got TK Gregg Community Center up there, and I will be showing y'all that transition in the documentary too. Next apartments. Oakview. Okay. Woodworth Homes. Then what's next? They on the west side. Okay, Woodworth Homes. They're not tore down too, but they was built on the west side of town back in 1951, early part of 1951. Then in the later part of 1951, they had built Phyllis Goins. Phyllis Goins is on the south side of town too, but they're not tore down too. You know what I'm saying? But they was built in 1951 towards like October, November 1951. Then you got what came next? I probably have to say, matter of fact, I think it was Prince Hall. Prince Hall was next. It was Prince Hall, then Cameron Clackett, then Crescent and Victoria Gardens. Okay. Prince Hall is another apartment complex in Highland, and I think they were built in 1970. Cameron Clackett is another apartment complex that was built in Highland community, and they were built in 1971. But the special thing about Cameron Clackett was that's what kept the balance in Highland community, because these apartments, when I show y'all what I'm talking about, y'all will see everything like really see it clearly when I show it to you. Like, these apartments ran all through Highland. Like, every street in Highland community had a Cameron Clackett building on it, except Gibson Street and Westover Drive. Everywhere else had a Cameron Clackett building. You know what I'm saying? So, and it wasn't like a few of these buildings. Like, these was the biggest projects in Spartanburg, and they had 5 bedrooms. You know what I'm saying? So, when they built them apartments up there and all through Highland community, because you had all them people in Norris Ridge, it was too many people to stay down there, so they had to build more apartments. So they had already built Prince Hall, but they got overcrowded, so they had to build Cameron Clackett. Okay, but moving right along, I'm not gonna stay deep into that. Moving right along, I think it was, what was next? Crescent. It was either Crescent or Northside. I can't remember which one it was. Well, they call it Victoria Gardens, but we used to call it Northside Apartments. That's what it was. So, boom. I'm gonna go with Northside first. Northside Apartments is on the north side of town. They was directly across the street from the Oakview Apartments. Now, anybody that know about Northside, they'll tell you, boy, when both of those apartments was operating at the same time. Now, Northside Apartments, Victoria Gardens, they still up and running. Oakview is tore down. But anybody tell you, though, you walk up Howard Street, that's the street running between both the apartment complexes. It's a main strip. Hey, any and everything goes down right there. So, you know, back then, man, you could just imagine how that shit was, man. You got 2 projects right across the street from each other, man. Like, it used to go down, man. But moving right along, man, Crescent Hill, Spartan Terrace. That's what we used to call it, Spartan Terrace, when I was coming up. But Spartan Terrace is another apartment complex. They are located on the west side. Now, I'm going to tell you about these apartments. These apartments is not too far from the Highland community. You can go across a pike in Highland, cross the pike, go up the hill, you'll be in the area of Park Hills where Crescent Apartments at, or Spartan Terrace Apartments at. And that's how close it was to Highland community. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, man, like, okay, we got a couple apartments like Toad, for instance. When they tore Toad down, they took Toad. They started giving people like money and stuff to go to rooms and stuff to live, or some people went to other apartment complexes. Now, Toad was the first apartment complex in Spartanburg to get tore down. So mind you, I'm gonna tell you how that scenario was. Like, everybody know that's from Spartanburg. If you was down here in the 90s, you knew about Toad. And you knew about Norris Ridge. But they was going back and forth. Then you had Phyllis going in the mix too. Like, these projects, like, they was nothing like they is now. You know what I'm saying? And they been wanting to get Norris Ridge when they got Toad, but Norris Ridge was privately owned and Toad was through housing. So Toad was the example to show us that this shit was real out here, man. Like, hey, they really just tore down the projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't from Toad, but I used to go to Toad. You know what I'm saying? I used to be over there all the time. And I seen how it was, man. Like, if you could see how this shit was, like, they looked at it like a bunch of black people acting like hooligans, but we looked at it like a bunch of black people out here fellowshipping in the way we fellowship. You feel me? Like, hey, it was a vibe over there, man, you know? And Toad had a lot of control on the city. You feel me? When they tore them apartments down, everybody had to go different places. You couldn't help it. Your hood gone. They had to tear the hood down. So they had to go different areas. Some of them went to Phyllis Going. Some of them went to North Side. Some of them went to the West. Some came to Highland. Some, I'm going to tell you what a lot of them went to. Culpeper. Well, I ain't going to say a lot of them. Some of them went to Culpeper and Cannon Point. Because Cannon Point and Culpeper were built like 97 and 98. I can't remember which one was built in which year, but them both was built around that same time. And people from Toad had, like, if you did good on your rent and all that stuff, like, you had first dibs on that on them apartments. And that's where a few of them people went to too. So I'm gonna tell you like this: Toad also breeded a lot of athletes. So I noticed when they tore them projects down and everybody went the ways they was going, that's when a lot of them apartment complexes turned up. Like, you had people from Toad that was in every hood. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, shit, you had the second apartment complex we see got tore down was I think it was Hub City. The Hub City or Phyllis. No, I think it was Phyllis Going. It was one of them two. I can't remember. But anyway, hey, listen. If they tore them down, that mean they was goddamn. They was doing a lot of shit over there, boy. I'm telling you. Now, Toad, Phyllis Going, Hub City, Whoop Home. They finna get Norris Ridge too. They say 2023, that motherfucker gone. So, other than that though, it ain't too many more we lost. Like, we got other projects like Boxdale, that's on the north side. We got north side. We got LLC Watson on the west side. But like, them apartments, they're not too violent like the rest of them. The ones I named to you, these the ones that got history of violence and whatever else you want to. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I just wanted to put that out there to y'all about Spartanburg housing and how this thing all kicked off, so y'all know what's going on when I put this documentary out here. Peace.